Alright guys, so in this video I'm going to be talking about bleeding lines. If you've got your front lifting up or back lifting up at two different times, so let's say that your front driver side is lifting up before your passenger side, something like that. One of the common problems that it could be is that you've got air in your lines, and I'm going to show you how to bleed the lines in order to get that air out. So first thing that you want to do is obviously attach your hose if it's not already attached, and then you want to take the vehicle and just lift it a little bit at first. Alright, now I have lifted the front just to give a little bit of pressure to the cylinders. So once you've got a little bit in there, you don't have to lift it all the way up in order to get the air out of the lines, but just lift it up just a little bit. Alright, now that you've got it lifted up, say halfway, what you want to do is go to the actual cylinder and open it up just a little bit. And if you watch, if there is air in the lines, you'll see air or bubbles coming out, which there's a little bit. You may have to do this a few times, and the car will lower. So now you may want to grab a cup or something to catch all the fluid, but I don't really care where mine's going. So so then you'll tighten it down and do the same thing over. You'll lift the car again and then open the valve again, see if you see any bubbles coming out. If you don't see any, chances are the air is out of the lines, but you can also bleed the lines from the back if you want to, but you're supposed to do it from the front to get the air out, but it can be done from the back. If you have a really hard time getting to a cylinder, or it's just impossible to bleed it from the front or right at the cylinder, you can bleed it from the back. It's probably better that you do it at the cylinder, but it can be done from a different point in the setup. Now after you've bled the lines, you're going to want to take off your plug and put some fluid back in there. You'll want to fill it up about 3/4 of the way, about 80% of the way up. You know, you be the judge of how much is exactly right. Make sure that when you fill it up, the car is all the way down when you're putting fluid in there. You can you know, then lift it with the cap off. Just throw a rag over the plug, lift it, lower it, and that should get out some of the air that is in the back of the lines as well, if there is any. Once it's all the way down, you've held down the switch for a couple of seconds to make sure that all the fluid is back in there. You can put the proper amount of fluid back in there, then tighten down your plug.